Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Pilot Wannabe here, and we're on the ground in Bella Coola, British Columbia. Charlie Yankee Bravo Delta, I believe. And we're going to make a relatively short flight, about 30 minutes or so, to Bella Coola on Campbell Island in British Columbia. It's about a 25-minute flight away, and we're going to try to follow all known flight rules as I know them to be today. It's going to be a VFR flight, proper flight planning, and pre-flight and all that stuff. So with that being said, let's jump into the aircraft and let's get started. Okay. Okay, so now that we're back in the aircraft. Okay, let's close that door. Okay. Throttle cracked. Let's okay, throttle cracked about a 1/4 inch. Mixture is out. Prop control in. Let's remove that yoke. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Master switch on. Beacon on. Cowl flaps are open. Okay, is our engine showing warm? Shouldn't be, slightly. Should make starting very easy. Okay, fuel pump on and mixture rich for a few seconds. 1, 2, and 3, and out. Okay. Fuel pump off. We'll give I'll clear out the window. Clear prop. Okay, ignition switch to on and and move the mixture control smoothly to forward. And we have ignition. All right, now we need to lean for ground ops somewhat aggressively. Okay. Oil pressure and temperature should be coming up. Pressure is okay, and temperature is on the rise. Okay, that's good. And amps are, well, it's going to show positive pretty soon. Let's raise those flaps. There they go. And yes, the amps are draining. All right. There we go. Now the alternator's producing power. That's good. Navigation lights can go on. Avionics master on. Okay, let's turn on the radios. I think we're going to need about 8,000 feet today. We'll go with that. I'm going to try and fly without the autopilot. Make it a true test of my piloting skills. Okay. Okay, now the flaps are retracted. Okay, so let's go before takeoff. Well, we're not ready for that yet. Okay. So let's go to the flight plan. and we are going to, where are we going? Charlie, Bravo, 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 Charlie, Bella, Bella, yes. Okay, and all right, let's make sure we have terrain on, because it's going to be very handy, especially if we meet with some unfortunate clouds, but we're going to try to stay VFR today. Alrighty. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to go. We are going to take off on, let me see. Well, there's only a single runway here. It's 4,200 feet. And looks like it's a 05 is our runway heading. Okay. Okay, let's check some weather. Got active sky going on here. Okay, so we've got the altimeter setting, and we've got the weather indicating from these from 060 at 8 knots. So runway 5 is what we're going to need today. Okay, so let's okay, let's go to a run-up area and see what we can do. Okay, we're gonna, oh well, it's as good a place as any. All right. And seats and seat belts and doors are checked and secure, and they appear to be. Flight controls are free and correct. Oh, that doesn't seem to be right. Okay, we're back after a little technical hiccup. It turns out I hadn't removed the control lock from the yoke. All right, so controls are free and correct. And let's just go outside and take a look. Okay, so that much is done. Okay. They are free, clear, and correct. Instruments have been checked. Fuel quantities checked. Mixtures rich. Cowl flaps open. Fuel selector is on both. Let's parking brake is set. Let's run her up to 1800 RPM. And mixture full. Okay. slight drop. Another very slight drop. Alright, so that's okay. No more than a drop of 175 or a difference of 50 between the two. Now we need to cycle the prop. Let's do it gently. Say to do it 2 times or 3 times. And that's basically to get nice warm oil flowing, hydraulic fluid flowing into the spinner, well, the gearbox. Okay, and annunciator panel, nothing is lit. Throttle to idle, and radio set. Well, this is a VFR flight to 2 uncontrolled airports, so we're just going to go without that. We're going to forego that today. Elevator trim is set, and wing flaps, we're going to go to 10 degrees. Okay, so wing flaps set to 20 degrees, or 10, between 0 and 20 degrees. And we're going to go power to full throttle at 2400 RPM. And we're going to lean after takeoff, and we're going to climb at 70, well, rotate between 50 and 60. I usually do it about 55. And we're going to try and climb at 70 knots and retract the wing flaps as necessary. Okay. So I think we're ready to go. Okay, so parking brake is off. We are going to probably a little ground bug here, as we probably had one wheel in the dirt still. Okay, as we take to the runway proper, and we're going to put our strobes on. And landing lights on. So lights, camera, well, the GTN 750 takes care of that for us. Once we are in the ground, it will go to altitude reporting mode. And action, we're ready to go. All right. Okay, there's 50 knots, there's 55. Slight back pressure. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, okay. Alright, everything is looking okay. Let's pull back the props 2400 RPM. And the throttle to 23 inches of mercury. Okay. We got too much trim. Let's look at what the trim's set at now. Okay. Needed more forward trim for that takeoff. We have half tanks, and we have myself and Heidi, whom you cannot see. But you can see from the external view. And so we're not very heavily loaded at all. Okay, we're climbing at 80 knots, and we're going to keep flying in this direction. And when we hit that open valley, we're going to turn around and get on course for Bella Bella at Campbell Island. Okay, and we're going to pull those flaps up now. Try to trim for 500 or so feet of climb. Okay. Alright. So let's see. We've retracted the flaps. We're on course. Airspeed is 85 to 95 knots. We're at 23 inches mercury, 2400 RPM. Mixture is under 15 gallons per hour. Cowl flaps are open or as required. Okay. I think we can close them a little bit. We'll lean out the mixture just a little bit more. Okay. So I think it's time to make that turn to get on course. I'll close our window. There we go. So it is clear on the left. Let's begin that turn. So we're doing a, let's try to make a standard turn. So climbing standard turn, or thereabouts. We've got lots of room here. These clouds. All right. So this is a VFR flight, so we're gonna have to stay below these clouds. That much is for sure, for certain. Have to keep contact with the ground. All right. Let's try to trim this puppy up. Let's back off the power. We don't need quite so much. So we're just a few miles out. Let's descend. be directly ahead. I guess that is it. Can we see a sock? Yes, we can. All right, so we're going to join. We're going to overfly the airfield, and we are going to do a left-hand downwind. So we better get down to traffic pattern altitude, which I imagine is 1,100 feet or so. So let's back off the power. Got about 800 feet to lose. Shouldn't be so hard. We can put in 1 notch of flaps right now. Now with those mountains, it's probably a right-hand circuit, so we're going to turn now to enter the downwind. And we're about 1,000 feet now, so let's level off. Let's add back in some power. Let's see how we're doing with runway alignment. I think we're doing pretty good. Okay, let's have another look. I think we're doing okay. All right, so gas is on the both tanks. Undercarriage is welded down, as they say. Mixture to full, props to full. And we'll continue our. We'll enter the base leg. Try not to descend too much too quickly. Okay. It's all right. We're going to put a second notch of flaps in, back off the power. Seems like we've got some trees to clear. Okay. We are at 70 knots, which I think it's okay. Our speed seems pretty stable. Looks like we got a good length of runway to work with. Let's just get past that tree. Okay. All right. A little ballooning there. There we go. Let's keep it on the center line as much as possible. And we're going to pull out the mixture, because we don't want to be fouling the plugs on this aircraft. Okay. All right, so we're down safely. Looks like we'll take this turn off here. Bravo. Alright, so we would announce to traffic that we are clear of the active, and we can clean up. And let's see, landing lights and strobe lights can go off. We are at ground for the transponder. And do we need fuel? Probably. Where should we park? Let's park in front of a big building somewhere. Okay. Oh, that looks like a nice spot with the stained pavement. I didn't hit that building. That would be bad. Didn't hit the building. Off the mark considerably. All right. We're going to have to call that a win. Okay. Well, let's see. Shutting her down. Oh, yes. I said try to fly this by the book as much as possible. Oh, look. The cabin is hot. Whew. Must be more comfortable in here now. Okay. After landing, wing flex up, cowl flaps open. Yeah, we'd want. Well, she's not in danger of overheating anyway. Okay, parking brake is set. Throttle is idle. Electrical equipment off. Avionics switch off. Mixture to idle cutoff. Magnetos off. Master switch, alternator and battery off. Control lock in. Probably take out our headphone set. And fuel selector valve to, well, turn it off. All right. Well, we have arrived. And let's put in some chocks. And the pitot cover and the tie downs. Okay. And let's get outside and take a look. All right. Oh, Heidi was in the back seat. Didn't even know it. I thought she was beside me. All right. Well, that's our VFR Canada flight from Bella Coola to Bella Bella in British Columbia. It was very scenic, and I managed to mostly follow the rules and procedures without the ATC voice comm, and managed to put her down safely. And I'm going to chalk this up as a win. And I'm going to try to follow these procedures as much as possible to the extent that I can. And hopefully I will be ready for VATSIM flying soon. Okay, I see my beacon on and my nav lights are still on. Okay, it's a bit of a problem. Okay, and I don't know why they're on, especially when the battery's off. Oh, taxi lights also. Okay, and the pitot heat. Okay, you have to pay a little closer attention to those in the future. All right. Well, thanks again for joining me on this interesting VFR Canada flight, and hopefully there will be more to follow. Bye for now.